Friendship is a bond that brings joy, laughter, and sometimes a touch of playful teasing. Here are 10 jokes and puns that celebrate the beauty of friendship. 1. Why did the scarecrow become friends with the farmer? Because he was outstanding in his field. 2. Why did the math book look sad? Because it had too many problems. 3. Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the salad dressing. 4. Why don't skeletons fight each other? They don't have the guts. 5. What did one ocean say to the other ocean? Nothing, they just waved. 6. Why did the bicycle fall over? Because it was too tired. 7. Why don't eggs tell jokes? Because they might crack up. 8. What do you call fake spaghetti? An impasta. 9. What do you call cheese that isn't yours? Nacho cheese. 10. Why did the golfer bring 2 pairs of pants? In case he got a hole-in-one. Cringe humor often walks a fine line between discomfort and hilarity, capitalizing on awkward situations and embarrassing moments. Here's a list of 10 jokes and puns that toe that line. 1. Why did the cringe-worthy comedian go to therapy? Because his jokes were too punishing. 2. Did you hear about the cringy chef? He couldn't make a good dish without adding a dash of awkwardness. 3. Why did the cringe-worthy actor never get cast? Because his auditions were more cringe-worthy than the script. 4. I asked my friend why he always tells cringy jokes. He said it's his way of breaking the ice, by shattering it into 1,000 awkward pieces. 5. What do you call a cringy magician? Awkwardini. 6. Why was the cringe-worthy dancer always out of step? Because he couldn't find the rhythm, it was too busy cringing. 7. Did you hear about the cringe-worthy poet? He couldn't rhyme to save his awkward soul. 8. Why did the cringe-worthy singer never hit the high notes? Because they were too busy hitting the cringe-inducing ones. 9. What did the cringe-worthy comedian say to the heckler? Thanks for adding to the cringe factor, it's like free material. 10. Why did the cringe-worthy mime get kicked out of the silent retreat? Because even in silence, he managed to make everyone cringe. Flirting can be both playful and nerve-wracking, but it often leads to laughter and light-hearted moments. Here are 10 jokes and puns to add some charm to your interactions. 1. Why did the flirting book go to therapy? It had commitment issues. 2. Did you hear about the love-struck math book? It couldn't stop flirting with the calculator. 3. Why did the tomato turn red when flirting? Because it saw the salad dressing. 4. What did the flirtatious ocean say to the beach? Wanna wave at me? 5. Why did the grape stop flirting with the raisin? It found out it was too dried up. 6. Did you hear about the flirtatious electrician? He was great at sparking connections. 7. Why did the flirting ghost go to the bar? To pick up some boozoos. 8. What did the flirtatious clock say to the other clock? I've been tick-tocking about you all day. 9. Why was the guitar always flirting? It knew all the right strings to play. 10. Did you hear about the flirting baker? He kneaded a dough and said you're the yeast I can do. Asians are often the subject of playful humor and witty puns. Here's a list of 10 jokes and puns that celebrate their culture and quirks. 1. Why did the Asian man bring a ladder to the bar? Because he heard the drinks were on the house. 2. Did you hear about the Asian inventor who created a reverse vacuum? It sucks the house clean from the outside. 3. How do you know if someone is good at math? Don't worry, they'll tell you, Asian help it. 4. Why was the math book sad? Because it had too many problems, just like an Asian family. 5. Why don't Asians play hide and seek? Because good luck hiding with all those eyes on you. 6. What did the sushi say to the bee? Wasabi. 7. Why was the computer cold? It left its windows open, just like an Asian parent. 8. What did the rice say to the soy sauce? Don't be salty. 9. Why did the Asian chef get promoted? He walked hard for it. 10. Why did the dragon cross the road? To get to the other rice. Chinese culture is known for its humor, which often involves wordplay and clever puns. Here's a collection of 10 jokes and puns inspired by Chinese culture. 1. Why don't Chinese vampires suck blood? Because they're afraid of catching soiculosis. 2. How does a panda answer the phone? Yellow. 3. Why did the Chinese chef get promoted? Because he walked so hard. 4. What do you call fake Chinese noodles? Impasta. 5. Why did the Chinese person bring a ladder to the bar? Because they heard the drinks were on the house. 6. What's a pirate's favorite Chinese dish? General Tso's treasure. 7. Why was the fortune cookie sad? Because it was misfortunate. 8. How does a Chinese dog say goodbye? Bark twice. 9. Why did the Chinese couple name their baby Something Wrong? Because they wanted something wrong. 10. Why don't you ever see Chinese superheroes? Because they're always in disguise. Secret Asian man. Ireland is renowned for its rich culture, breathtaking landscapes, and of course, its sense of humor. Here are 10 jokes and puns that celebrate the charm and wit of the Emerald Isle. 1. Why did the Irish golfer bring 2 pairs of pants? In case he got a hole-in-one. 2. How does an Irishman get into a small room? He walks in through the Dublin. 3. Did you hear about the Irishman who thought TGIF stood for Thank God It's 4-leaf clover? He's always lucky. 4. What do you call an Irishman bouncing off the walls? Ricochet. 5. Why did the Irishman only put 239 beans in his soup? Because one more would make it too farty. 6. How do you know if an Irishman is having a good time at a party? He's doubling over with laughter. 7. What's an Irish potato's favorite game? Hide and go chicory. 8. Why don't you ever iron a 4-leaf clover? You don't want to press your luck. 9. Why did the Irishman stare at the can of orange juice? Because it said, concentrate. 10. How did the Irishman find the donkey in the field? He used a haystack. The Irish are renowned for their wit and humor, often infused with clever wordplay and puns. Here are 10 jokes and puns that celebrate the charm and joviality of the Irish. 1. Why don't you ever iron a 4-leaf clover? Because you don't want to press your luck. 2. How does a leprechaun greet people? With a shamrock. 3. Why did the Irishman only put 239 beans in his soup? Because one more would make it too farty and too hearty. 4. What's Irish and stays out all night? Patio furniture. 5. How do you make a tissue dance? Put a little boogie boogero in it. 6. Why did the Irish chef get hired at the bakery? He needed the dough. 7. Did you hear about the Irishman who walked out of the bar? It could happen. 8. What do you get when you cross a 4-leaf clover with poison ivy? A rash of good luck. 9. Why did the Irishman put his money in the blender? Because he wanted to make liquid assets. 10. How did the Irish skeleton solve crimes? He picked his own bones. Work can be monotonous and stressful, but injecting a bit of humor into the daily grind can lighten the mood. Here are 10 jokes and puns about work. 1. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. 2. I told my boss 3 companies were after me, so I needed a raise to stay at my job. He asked which companies, and I said gas, electric and cable. 3. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. 4. Why don't skeletons fight each other? They don't have the guts. 5. Why did the math book look sad? Because it had too many problems. 6. Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the salad dressing. 7. Why did the bicycle fall over? Because it was too tired. 8. Why did the golfer bring 2 pairs of pants? In case he got a hole-in-one. 9. I told my wife she should embrace her mistakes. She gave me a hug. 10. I'm reading a book on anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down.